Hi, I'm Catherine Ojakangas from Accent American, and I'd like to talk to you today about why listening is so important for speaking. When I have a new client come to me, I give an initial evaluation, and part of that evaluation is what I call an auditory discrimination test. And this is a listening test. The client doesn't have to say anything. They just listen to pairs of words and tell me whether the pairs of words that I'm saying are the same or different. For example, I might say bed, bad. Are those two words the same or different? I might say sleep, slip, and again, the client answers whether those two words are the same or different. Of course, I do throw some pairs in that are the same, right? Now, those two examples I just gave you were with vowel sounds, but I also do it with consonant sounds. For example, cub, cup, again, same or different. Now, what is so fascinating to me is that the items that a person gets wrong on the auditory discrimination test are always part of the repertoire of sounds that they have difficulty saying. And why is this? It's because of a very simple principle. You cannot say anything that you can't hear. Simple as that. Auditory discrimination is very closely related to speech production in our brains. So when somebody starts working with me on the sounds that they need to improve, vowels and consonant sounds in American English to make their American English better and more easily understandable, we always have some of those sounds that they had errors on in auditory discrimination as part of our work together. Now, the good news is that auditory discrimination improves really quickly. That's because our brains are still plastic. Our brains can change. New neural pathways can be formed. As long as you are working with a trained professional like an accent coach, somebody who can really discern the sounds that you can't hear the difference between and knows when you are saying them accurately. Now, this is why if somebody buys a CD program or another program about American English pronunciation and there's no one to listen to you, that's why a lot of times those programs don't do very much good. That's because of, again, auditory discrimination. The audio files may be giving you examples that you are to repeat of certain words with certain sounds in them, but you might be repeating them wrong because you can't hear the difference. So that's why it's important to work with somebody who really is trained, that's the very best, or at the very least, a Native American speaker who can really tell you whether or not you're saying a certain sound correctly. So that's why listening is important for speaking. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below, or you can write me an email at dro@accent-american.com. Thanks so much for listening and watching. Bye-bye.